Good evening. You're listening to KAOS Olympia, listener-supported community radio for the Southern Puget Sound.
Without further ado, we have Stig in the studio, and he handed me one of the most organized show sheets that I've ever seen, and it's glorious. So what he wanted to do was start off with a cut-off of his CD, which we'll do in a second. But I've been telling you that he's from Port Townsend, and he was on the show about, 8-9 months ago. He's a singer-songwriter from there, and put out a CD. He's currently working on a new CD, which is on, or not the new one, but his current CD, just called Stig. Real nice piece of work. That's on sale at Rainy Day Records. You just go in and ask for it. Say, hey, where's the new Stig? Where's Stig CD, man? And they can help you out. And like I said, also we'll be doing a giveaway of some of those CDs later on here in the show. But right now, this is a song that he wrote called Corporate Man, and it's actually the first song on the CD that we're talking about. So here's Corporate Man.
He's chairman of a great big finance factory. His eyes are open, but all he ever sees is money. Late at night time and he's thinking until 3. He'll turn in bed with the spinning in his head worry. Come Saturday and he'll scuba dive to sea. A holiday and he'll hop his jet away to Miami. He swims with fish and sea. He flies like bird and bee. And still he ain't free. He loves his own country. Their system's lousy. They'll never beat us Yankee bourgeoisie. His cars are cherry. His women, they say they love his fancy toys like house and car and color TV.
All three.
He's in democracy with a bright red Ferrari. And still he ain't free. Can't he buy the life he needs? Why does he cry and moan and bleed? What can it be? He pleads one need, can't seem to squeeze. Overseas, they're real good people. He should call more than just once weekly. He spreads his power and shifts authority, then drops his burden to corporate lower ladder employees. He's got efficiency. His business lets him be, and still he ain't free. His eyes are open, but all he ever sees is money. Come Saturday and he'll scuba dive the sea. A holiday and he'll hop his jet away to Hawaii. He swims with fish and sea. He flies like bird and bee. And still No, he ain't free.
From me,
Ain't free.
Right on. No way. You know, sometimes when I'm feeling systematically annoyed by the system, I put that song on. It's nice for that. You're on.
Yeah, hello. Hi, Chris.
Thanks for being here.
Thank
Good
you
to
for
see ya.
inviting me.
Well, I gave him the 2-bit introduction, but why don't you give me a more full introduction? Tell me what
Oh.
you've been up to.
Just came down from Port Townsend. Been living up there for a couple years and doing the music thing. Actually, I quit my job last Friday, my day job,
Wow.
for the first time in my life to put the full focus on music.
Big step.
Big scary step,
Yeah.
but it's exciting.
I was thinking of that actually with irony, corporate man,
Hmm.
in terms of being a musician. And what did they say now? Most of the music is controlled by 6 basic companies,
Yeah, so probably.
except for the
something like
indie
that.
stuff. But yeah,
Yeah.
so if somebody wants to make it, that's
Well,
what they're going to end up.
It's so competitive.
being
You've
sold
got to
by,
just give it your all.
Yep. Well, cool. Well, that's a
Yeah.
big step. So
Yeah.
is this your first debut appearance? since you
First
quit your
gig
day
as,
job?
as a freelance musician.
Right on.
This one's called the Entropy Song, and it's on the CD. Kind of
Alright.
has a somewhat of a bluegrassy feel to it, and well, it's about entropy. It goes like this. Now is the time when things don't get done. Big wings in our skies, not so blue. Weeks whip us by, cold wars don't get warm, where words won't come off quite so true. But it's all just the same, this game that we play. It's all just the same for me and you. Each day we let pass by, 5 billion children cry, and more on the way, much too soon. To feed, love, and teach, our dollars do not reach. We pay but see AIDS coming through. So it's all just the same, this game that we play. It's all just the same for me and you. Rubber bullets fly as sirens scream on by. TV talk shows, fast foods fill up tunes. With wildlife on the run, while science holds the gun, and still we seek for something more brand new. You see, it's all just the same, this game that we play. It's all such a shame on me and you. Descartes and Newton still fill your view? Is growth the golden rule you hold true? Is growth the golden rule you hold true? And now there's still time for things to get done. One world full of love, yes it's true. Big tankers will run dry like dinosaurs gone by. Small price to pay to save us from our dooms. You see, it's all so insane, this game that we play. It's all how we weigh in our own rules. It's all in how we choose, me and you.
Right on.
Yeah.
I could agree with that.
This This one is Dance Elisabeth. It's about the trials and tribulations of single parenthood. And may we hope that you don't go through that
Yeah,
with
I-
your new child
I
on
hope
the way,
not.
huh?
That's right.
Yeah.
4 months into it.
Yeah, well,
I had like a dream the other night that the child was born and just started talking to me.
oh, really?
Yeah.
Do you know what whether it's a boy or girl?
No, people advise me to. Most advice I've heard is don't find out. It's a
Yeah.
better surprise that way.
Oh, I would agree with that. It's one of nature's greatest surprises, huh?
Yep.
So I went out with a woman who was raising a young girl named Elisabeth for a time. And now I'm married. Still. This one's called Dance Elisabeth. Here it goes. She was born an immaculate conception, for her father was a man of the road. He left home with a guitar and the perception that this perfect child just wasn't worth the load. So it rained everywhere that she parade, and it snowed in the woods where she played. In a cabin cold and far away, close together they'd stay, each night near her mother where she lay. Dance, Elisabeth, dance your life away. Dance a little bit and clear the sky of gray. Then let the rainbows lead you on your way. Now 8 years old is hard, I know, these days. For a grown-up child is all we want always. There's no time to be free, and no time to just be me. Another broken branch in the family tree. When she moves, she's like a bird that flies from tree to tree. And when she moves, it's more to her to move for you and me. She moves me. Dance, Elisabeth, dance your life away. Dance a little bit and clear the sky of gray. Then let the rainbows lead you on your way. She's always been the center of attention, but still a tear will roll its lone way down. A perfect tear for father's predilection. A perfect tear where rainbows touch the ground. There it is.
That's really pretty.
Thank you.
You know-
Nice ballad.
I hear a real focus in your playing that you can tell. Like where you're headed with this, because I just hear a real focus that I didn't hear last time in your playing. Just this real concentrated energy.
Yeah, look, practice.
Well, it's more than that. It's just intention.
Intention. Yeah.
I was going to ask you. I noticed you're playing that, and you also have a 6-string steel string.
Mm-hmm.
How do you decide what you want to use, what instrument you want to accompany your voice with and your songs with?
Well, generally, the finger-picking stuff tends to go with the nylon string, but that's not always the case. I mean, I'll finger-pick on the steel string, too, but it's definitely a feel thing. Like the first 2 songs there have a softer quality to them, have a warmer, more intimate feel, and the songs that feel a need to step out, push, and have more of a rhythmic feel will generally tend to go with the steel string.
That makes sense.
Yeah, and the next song, and as a matter of fact, I'm going to switch over right now, give you a sample of a perfect kind of steel string song here.
I noticed, too, that you have a 12-string that you're using as a 6-string.
Yeah, for a long time I was playing this 12-string guitar with 8 strings in it. I had the first and second string were doubled up and the rest were just one.
Oh, what a cool idea.
And it was really nice. It gave a little higher end, a little fuller sound without having to hassle with all 12 and all the tuning thing, and
Right.
And then, but lately I've kind of streamlined even that, and I'm back down to 6. And I think some things are just best left,
Right.
as intended.
Right on. So what's this song called?
Okay, this is Ghost Dance, and it's on the CD as well. That's bound for sale at Rainy Day.
Rainy Day. And
Yeah.
we're about to give away here in a little bit. I was going to ask you something about the CD. When did you put it out? I can't remember. Did you put
This
it out
is,
early last year?
A couple years now or so, maybe even 3. But the CD came much later. I started with a cassette on it, and then put the CD out like a year after the cassette came out,
Right.
with an additional song. Song for my wife, kind of a wedding song. But so it's been out like, a couple few years, and I'm working on a new one right now, and we're going to be hearing some tunes from that that are rough mixes and kind of pretty much on the way, presentable but not finished.
Right.
And I'll be playing some songs from that new album live as well.
Super.
Yeah. So this one's called Ghost Dance. I'd like to add, too, that our guitar player in the band contributed some of the wonderful lyrics. I wanna ride in your skies tonight and fly where my people are free. And I want to die in your arms tonight and sing for you my sweet eulogy. Can fire warms the hand and the seed is sown. The weed of man has taken its toll. Cold are the bones upon the battle zone. Alone are the cries of the free. They say, save me, save me, save me, save me. Fierce are the rains from the white man's fire. The demon seed is torn through my soul. Lost in the blue by the sad desire. When will the rain ever end? We say, save me, save me, save me, save me. Yes, I ride in your skies tonight as I die for sacred ground. Here I lie on earth red and brown. hear my cry. Yes, I ride in your skies this night, where nothing now sacred I see. Furrowed brows in a land of greed, where nothing's free. And there it is. Ghost Dance.
There it is. Well, you've taken us nicely up to that moment when I can say you are listening to KAOS Olympia, 89.3 FM Community Radio. This is the Tune It Alive show. We have Stig, a singer-songwriter from Port Townsend, here in the studio with us tonight. And so what do we got next there, Stig? It looks like it's giveaway time.
Yeah, I'd like to do that giveaway, and hopefully somebody's out there listening. We don't know. I don't know what the audience capacity usually is on this show. But,
it fluctuates a lot.
Does it?
Yeah, so, but anyway.
But I'd like to give out some free CDs to anyone that's interested enough. We're going to play Gypsy Soul off of the album, and you've already heard Corporate Man, the first song, and actually, Chris, you played another one earlier than that, so you'll get a sample to hear of what's on the album, and if you like it, give us a call here, and I'll mail one to you. Leave your address with Chris.
And I play cuts off of your CD now and again anyway.
That's great. Really appreciate that.
This one is, I think, my favorite. Is this the one with the tablas in it?
That's right. Yeah, he was the tabla player was Tor Dietrichson, who's played with Mickey Hart of the Grateful Dead. So I was fortunate to get some fine musicians on that disc.
Okay, well, if you're interested, if you've been liking what you've been hearing and you're interested in picking up a copy of this CD, just give me a call here at 866-5267, 866-KAOS. And I don't think we even have any fancy trivia questions. It's just if you call, you get it. So 866-5267, 866-KAOS. And first 5 callers is what we're looking here for. So give me a call and check this out. now, 866-5267, 866-KAOS, if you'd like to pick up a copy of Stig's new CD. This is called Gypsy Soul, and they're going fast. 866-5267.
I will wander
Okay, that Stig song called Gypsy Soul is on the CD called Stig, and we had a few callers back there. We gave a couple of those away, and we will be giving some more away in a bit here. Right now I wanted to give you a shot of the entertainment calendar, so we're going to put some background music on. Background music, not foreground music. Okay, let's see what's going on in this town. 2 films, Dead Man and Wild Bill, Hollywood Maverick, are going to be at the Capitol Theater through Wednesday, July 17th. Showtimes are 6:30 and 9 p.m. $3 if you're a Film Society member, $5 if you aren't. And it says call the Olympia Film Society for exact showtimes at 754-6670. The Sharon Shannon Band will be at the Backstage in Ballard, that's up in Seattle, on 2208 Northwest Market Street, this Thursday, July 18th. Tickets are available locally at Disc Jockey Records and The Warehouse. Well, the Vancouver Folk Music Festival is going on at Jericho Beach Park in Vancouver, BC, this Friday through Sunday, July 19th through July 21st. Well, it says $6 to $90. I'm not sure, that probably means per show or for the whole weekend. But for more information, please call 1-800-883-FOLK. Top artists in folk and world folk. It will be a stunning event. So again, 1-800-883-FOLK if you want more information. Ziggy Marley and the... Oh, it's sold out. Never mind. Mark Hoffman's going to be at the Potbelly Deli on 724 Bay Street in Port Orchard. That's this Saturday, July 20th, from 1 to 3 p.m., and that show is free. For more information, call 895-1396. 2 more films at Capitol Theater. That's next week, though. Sunday through Wednesday, July 21st through July 24th. Nico Icon and Captives. Again, those showtimes are 6:30 and 9 p.m. Ticket prices are $5 if you're not a Film Society member, $3 if you are. Tim and Molly O'Brien and the O-Boys are going to be at the Backstage in Ballard next Tuesday, a week from today, July 23rd. That show will be starting at 8:30 p.m. Tickets are $10 advance, $12 at the door, and you can get those locally at Disc Jockey Records or The Warehouse. Let's see, Dick Gowan, maybe? Scottish singer-songwriter. He'll be at the Backstage in Ballard next Wednesday. And those tickets are also available at Disc Jockey Records and The Warehouse. God, my throat always gets so parched when I'm doing this these days. Oh, here's a cool blues show. Doyle Brumhall, or Doyle Brumhall if you prefer, and the Blues Torpedoes, Olympia's own Blues Torpedoes. That'll be at the Tai Hotel in Tumwater next Wednesday, July 24th at 8:30 p.m. Tickets are $12.50 advance, $15 at the door. For more information, you should call 352-0511. The Columbia Gorge Bluegrass Festival is going on in Skamania County, at the Skamania County Fairgrounds in Stevenson, Washington, Friday through Sunday, next weekend, not this weekend coming up, but the next one, July 26th through July 28th. Tickets for that run from $8 to $35. Some of the bands that are going to be there are Claire Lynch and the Front Porch String Band, the Special Consensus, Road Less Traveled, and others. For more information about getting to that show and getting into that show, call 509-427-8928. Okay, so I'm going to wrap it up here. If there's a number that went by too fast, please give me a call here at 866-5267-866-KAOS, and I'll get you that information. Or if you heard something earlier in the day that I didn't read you right there and you wanted to know more about, give me a call at that number, 866-5267. Well, in the background there we had a band called the Paperboys. They're from BC. And in the foreground here we have Stig.
Hi, okay, we're back, huh? I'd like to do another tune called Border Moon. And I'd also like to thank Kent Reno for calling in and getting an album. And if you don't mind, Kent, I'll put you on my mailing list and keep you informed of future events and new album, etc. So this one's called Border Moon, and kind of wrote it around the time of the movie The Fugitive was out, and I was kind of into that theme of fugitives and criminals and stuff like that. So
it's called Border Moon?
Border Moon, yeah. And Moon is actually a woman, or the real moon, whichever you prefer. Oh moon, when will my heart come undone? Oh moon, you fall with the rising sun. 4 days on the run sure ain't no fun, with hounds at my heels hiding in the fields from guns. Just call me if it's over, 'cause I'll be across the border by then. Oh moon, your bright light fights my way. Oh moon, my hindsight hears you say, I come here dear, sit in this chair's for you. Or maybe by the pool, we've got to keep it cool through noon. Just take a little toke, make a joke of what we're gonna do, yeah. But you stole it, you owe it, you blown it, disclosed it. I've known it, baby, and now it's high time to run. Captivates a life so near. Just call me if it's over, 'cause I've just crossed a border, my friend. 'Cause you stole it, you owe it, you blown it, disclosed it. I've known it, baby, and now it's your turn to run. Will my heart come undone? Oh moon, you fall with the rising sun. 4 days on the run, sure ain't no fun, with hounds at my heels hiding in the fields from guns. Just call me if it's over, 'cause I'll be crossing borders again. Oh moon, oh moon, oh moon, oh moon. Yeah, a little howling on the moon.
Smoking.
That'll be on the new album as well.
I thought so.
Yeah.
That's cool.
That's a definite band song with Joe Thackeray on lead electric guitar. He tears that one apart.
Whip it.
Yeah.
Whip it good. Right on. Well, speaking about the new album,
yeah.
when's that due out?
Well, I hate to put a date on it because it's, one of those art things. But I'm hoping that by the end of the summer, I'm having a person that's helping me with promotions and kind of ideas for this album. And she's been a really big help. And it's actually helped give me the focus to having somebody else to bounce the ideas off of, because there's just so many options and directions to go with something like that. And last night we were in the studio listening to all the material and just trying to figure out what will work and what won't, and trying to bring the different genres together so that there's some kind of continuity in the whole thing, and kind of have some kind of a theme, even though it's not really an obvious theme, but at least something that pulls it all together. So it's a tricky thing to do, especially when the songs are from different time eras and all that stuff.
Well, just in general, it's really hard to be artist, producer, and manager.
Yeah, it was too much for me, that's for sure. I was just about ready to quit. Now I've kind of got back on track again, so it's been good.
Awesome.
Yeah. What I'd like to do now is kind of slow things down a bit and do actually read a poem. I've been writing a lot lately and keeping a journal, and do a lot of writing on the beach up in Port Townsend. This particular poem was written in Baja when I was doing a road trip down there in my van with my dog. And on one of those long desert roads, there was this burro, this donkey, that had been hit by a car. And it wasn't hurt too badly. It only had a broken leg. But being that it was in Mexico and in Baja, it died a rather slow death. Not really too slow. It probably took about 3 days, but not like in the States here at anyway, where somebody would take care of it right away, I guess. But so it somehow I associated myself with that donkey, and I just identified with the donkey very deeply. And this poem came out of that experience, and it's called Los Heridos Inocente, which means the wounded innocent. If I see my soul as some wounded thing, then my actions become more clear. A wounded will take refuge under cover of solitude and silence. The burro lying in the gutter by the roadside, with days of life still left in him, has neither silence nor solitude to meet its untimely death. I so very dearly want to kill it, to bring the inevitable to term without undue agony and delay, but I have no gun. It seems that I am the only one who carries its suffering in my heart, though I am now miles and yet another day away. I hovered over you this morning, in a dream as I awoke, hungover, wondering how your night had been, with the roaring trucks and the burning lights. You must be thirsty now, thinking of water, like the Savior whose soul might have been as pure as yours. Gracias por de lealtad, gracias por su servicio. We leave you now to nature. And I begin to see how the few avoid the many, not because it's a place they want to be, but because it's a place they need to be. In silence and solitude, they lay by the side of the road, by the hundreds as the killers keep driving, curving, and closing. We know it's not better here. It's not more fun nor enlightening. The infamous spiritual quest holds no answers and fewer tears. Just a little time to watch my ragged breath, watch the varied images and the twinkle of lights, and helplessly await the next intrusion on this wounded innocent. I have tried for the truth, and I have cried over you, and all I've seen is empty blue. From where I've been so confused. You can't win and play the fool. You can't pretend and bend the rules. So just defend all that's your due, and I will mend the many wounds. Give me just one more piece of your heart. Give me just one more reason to part. Give me just one more season to start on something new. Give me just one more call of the wild. Give me just one more part of a smile. Give me just one more pleasing denial of the truth. Oh, I have died by rabbit tooth, been opened wide and torn in two. I've lost my pride, it cost my youth. I'm bleeding inside by loving you. Give me just one more piece of your heart. Give me just one more reason to part. Give me just one more season to start something new. Give me just one more call of the wild. Give me just one more part of your smile. Give me just one more pleasing denial of your truth. For the truth, and I have cried over you. If all I've seen is empty blue, then where have I been in loving you? Loving you. that was Many Wounds, and that will be on the new album as well. And in case anyone's interested, we're still taking calls for that CD here in the studio.
I was going to say that 866-5267. What was that last number? 866-5267. 866-KAOS. And you can get a copy of the CD known as Stig, by Stig,
For free.
about Stig.
Won't
For
lose
free.
anything. No hooks, no
He'll
strings
mail it to you.
attached. Well, maybe put you on your mailing list.
Yeah,
But if you don't want that, I just let Chris know, and we won't.
we won't do that.
We won't do that.
Some people are funny about mailing lists that way. That's
Yeah,
what I've
I
discovered.
can respect that.
So,
So Kent, if you're opposed, you can call us back and let us know.
don't do it, man.
But don't do it. We want your name. So the next, let's see, we're gonna play some cuts from the new album coming up, and some of those rough mixes. And this next one's called Heroine, with an E on the end, as in female hero.
Heroine.
Heroine.
Okay.
And then following that is Sea of Desire. And some of the tunes on the this next album will have a definite reggae feel, actually, and you'll hear that in Sea of Desire. So here's a sample of some of the new stuff.
Yeah, I heard that reggae feel the last time you were here.
Ah, yeah.
And I'm hearing it tonight. So again, 866-5267 if you'd like to pick up a copy of Stig's CD. Here you go.
Every day she gets her head undone, 'cause every day she does another one. Every way it's all been said and done for her. She was a summer breeze, her hair lifting through silver trees. A brilliant girl with eyes as blue as burning stars in front of you. But day by day she drifts away, ever further into the grave.
Okay, so that's sort of a preview of oh, there you are.
We'll do the next tape.
Yeah, I will. So talk to them.
Okay. as I was saying, this one is called Sea of Desire. And probably add a few more tracks in there. Hopefully we'll get some kind of horn section maybe and things like that. But pretty happy with where it's at right now. And I hope you enjoy it.
That's Stig, some cuts that are going to be on his new CD. And you are listening to KAOS Olympia, 89.3 FM. Hopefully you knew that.
Yeah.
Where you been doing the production on this?
In Port Townsend. Yeah, they have there's a nice studio there called Synergy Sound, and a fellow named of Neville Pearsall is the engineer, and it's the only one in town, being that Port Townsend's kind of small, and he's got some good equipment, and he's got a nice space in an old Army bunker, World War II bunker that's up there in Fort Worden. You probably know of that area where they filmed An Officer and a Gentleman.
Right.
So it's this big concrete building, and it's sturdy and thick walls, and he gets a good sound, and he's thrown up some nice fabrics on the walls to soften things up a bit.
Right.
And works out really good. So I don't have to run into Seattle and back and forth and do all of that.
Yeah, that's
So
that's a big trip.
Although I may have to eventually anyway, but for now it's been working out really good.
Super.
Yeah.
Okay, well, looks like you got some more stuff for us, and you're going to jump into kind of a three-thing in a
Right.
row here session. So I do want to remind listeners, if they'd like to pick up a copy of your CD, 866-5267 can call here and give your address, and Stig will send you one.
I'd also like to say, too, that they are available in Seattle at a store called Carapace, which is the exoskeleton of a bug. And I haven't been there, and I'm not sure what they sell there, but probably, various, maybe New Age knickknacks or something.
Wow.
But so it's Carapace in Seattle, and 2 locations in Port Townsend, in Coyote Found Candles retail outlet, and at Quimper Sound, which is right on Water Street there. So they're selling it there as well.
And also here in town at Rainy Day Records.
All right. I'd like to do another poem here, and just go into a series of poems and music and stuff like that. This is kind of another beach poem, written up there on North Beach in Port Townsend, and this one is called "The Buddha Calls." The Buddha calls, now we have infinity. The Buddha calls, now we have God. The Buddha calls, who is Jesus? The Buddha calls, and so responds the sky. It is I, and from this I, a swirling of stars, a galactic galaxy, a gigantic, heaving sigh. A galactic blackness so vast as to scatter the spotted birds of night. A smattering, or is it whispering, of tiny words of love to leave you undistracted. The purple-violet spiraling stamens radiate to form the chasm. You stand before it, it balances his eyes. And there you lie, and there you cry, from in his eye, until you cry and call like the Buddha. Nothing is quite as the same now that you're gone. I'm feeling I'm going insane, and you're gone. The holy have told me it's lonely now that you're gone. Nobody else is to blame if I'm gone. But somebody else takes the pain that is gone. The holy have told me it's lonely to be free. Furniture quietly rearranged, then gone. A sudden insight far too strange, then gone. If only the whole Suddenly everything's changed with her gone. A window of light on the page was drawn. I'm only slowly, so hold me until we're done. The holy have told me it's lonely. And naked as you dance, the circles turning slow. Your fire touches breast, and ember down below. Lovers come to seek the feeling strong and weak. You're moving through the beat and fusing in the heat. Calling Mother Moon, falling like a plume, crawling up her womb, pregnant in full bloom. You know it. Your semen supersedes the reason, ego, greed. Even demons bleed, striving to be freed from you tonight. What are you tonight? A wild beast of love. What are you tonight? Naked as you dance, the circles turning slow. Your fire touches breast, and embers down below. Rising with a scream, dying in your dream. Arriving up in steam, and liking what you seem to be tonight. What are you tonight? Wild beast of love. What are you tonight? A shadow on the ground, a move without a sound, a sparkle in the sky, the flicker of an eye, releasing of a sigh. What are you tonight? A long and lonely cry. Oh, what are you tonight? A wild beast of love, the wildebeest of love, the wildebeest of love, with the moon shining bright in the circle's firelight. what I ate tonight.
That's a fun song.
Yeah,
That's a new one too. I haven't heard that.
Yeah, that's a new one. Been working on that one for the new album.
Something came to me while you were playing. Where do you play live? Where can people come see you live?
Oh, I really haven't been playing out very much lately. Just kind of doing the internal work, I think.
Right.
Kind of just recording and trying to kind of put the business together, as it were, so that
Right.
when I do get out there, it's more or less ready to go. And most of the energy is going to go towards this new album, and then once that's done, probably start getting out to play out live. But you've got to prepare for these gigs, especially the summer gigs, so far in advance,
Right.
that like practically the year before, and if you're not totally on top of it,
Right.
like I've been, it's very easy to miss summer gigs and those fairs and festivals and stuff. So.
Yeah, that's really true.
But I sure like the playing in the studio, because in this studio here and the station, because it has a nice mixture of recording and kind of a feel of the technical aspect of recording, and yet the live aspect of knowing that somebody out there is listening.
Right.
And it's a really cool blend of the two, and it's a nice medium to work with. Yeah.
Radio's definitely a unique niche. Well, hey, we should let you keep going on to a
Okay.
couple more things.
Couple more things, and that's it. How we doing on time? We're gonna be all right
It's
for
like
that.
7:48, so yeah.
Good. Okay. I'd like to do one more poem and a final song. And this kind of finishes on a bit of a dark note, but it's the more recent stuff. So, as you yourself know, Chris, we tend to be into whatever is most recent.
That's true.
So, I don't think my wife Jules would necessarily approve of ending on a dark note, but I would like to dedicate this show tonight to my beautiful wife. This poem is called "The Monk's a Monk." The monks would sit until the pain became virtually unbearable. The virtuality was made possible by the enhanced secretion of endorphins into their blood. A monk would sit on the body of his dead parent. Tears would roll down his cheek and softly fall upon his robe, or the other's. The cold wind would blow his hair across his face, and the strands would stick and stay there. Gently, ever so gently, but then sometimes suddenly the monk's body would shift and settle still deeper into the other. And each settling movement was settling as his foundation received him, and he could feel the improvement in his posture. This time, ah, yes, the knee. Then, good, the hip. That feels better. His mother knows best. It was as though she were still alive, this dynamic process of movement beneath him, accepting him, finally embracing him. Thank goodness it isn't freezing out, he thought, or I would be here forever. He wonders when he will touch down, returning to the earth, or will the earth come up to meet him? And then he realizes his parent is gone and cries anew. Seasons are turning brown. And the reason has a frown. Yeah, our demons look like clouds, and it's treason on hallowed ground. It's coming down. We are walking to the sound of our talking, going round and round and round and round. Yeah, we are locking up this town, 'cause something's coming up around the bend, around, my friends. It's coming down. It's coming down. Silence of Puget Sound, a point defiance is off our bow. We refinance our lost and found. It's such a fine dance to pretend it's not the end as we drown. Going down, it's coming down. Turning brown, and the reason has a frown. Yeah, our demons look like clouds, and it's treason on hallowed ground. It's coming down. It's coming down. Down. It's coming down. It's coming down. It's coming down. And that's Hallowed Ground.
It sure is. That's real nice. Is that going to, you think that'll be on the new CD?
Definitely.
Will it make the cut, as they say?
We don't know. We don't know. Hope some people like it. But thank you very much, Chris, for having me. And it was flattering that you would call me and ask. And I think it's kind of nice, too, that you're not going to be working here much longer. And I did a show just when you just first got started. And now it's kind of on the way out and doing the same thing. So
Cycles.
Cycles, yeah.
That's how life goes.
Yeah.
It's good to get in touch with that. Yeah, a couple more shows for me, and then I'm out of here.
Gonna miss you.
It's been fun. It's been real fun.
Yeah.
Well, thanks again for being on the show, and the best of luck to you.
Thank
Hope
you.
things work out. And again, if people have been listening and like your music, your former CD is on sale at Rainy Day Records. Should we give one more away?
Sure.
So
I can afford it.
Okay, if you call here in the next few minutes, 866-5267, 866-KAOS, you can get a hold of a copy of his CD. And again, thank you and best of luck. And you're lucky that you live in Port Townsend. I love it up there.
It's a nice place. So is Olympia. Thanks for having me here.
You bet. Okay, so that was Stig here in the studio live with us. Looks like we got a call. So I'm going to sign off and wish you a good week. And I don't know what's going on next week. We're going to play some CDs and have fun. Actually, we got 2 calls. So I'm just going to play a CD. This is Adam and Chris. They'll be on the show in 2 weeks from tonight. Have a good day. Good night.